Camelot331 here, and today I got a weird message on Twitter regarding Amazon and their delivery service, and it led me down such a deep and chaotic, chaos-filled rabbit hole that you will not believe. And at the end, I will show you where I ended up. And it's going to blow you away that these things are completely legal. Apparently. I think. Apparently. It helps you not have to pay taxes, apparently, because Amazon doesn't do that. Literally at all. So we're going to jump headfirst into this chaos Sunday of deliciousness and illegal assness stuff that you're going to enjoy. So if you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, doodle. It would mean a lot to me. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Damn it. So here's the message I received. I watched your video about Amazon employees' working conditions, and I can say it's a lot worse for the drivers. I was a driver, and I'll try to make it short for you. Drivers do not have time to eat or use the bathroom, pissing in bottles, if anything. If the van is parked too long, 5 minutes or more, you will receive a call from your boss to say, keep going. They monitor you by this thing called Mentor, a driving app. The Mentor app scores your driving and docks you points for going over 5 miles an hour, I guess is what that means. If your score is lower than 400 out of 850, you will be notified by your employer or directly from Amazon that you're fired. Wow. The Mentor app docks you points even if someone calls your work phone. So if you get enough calls from random numbers while the Mentor app is running, you can actually be fired. So if you got some robocallers calling your work phone, you screwed. Hey, your warranty has expired. It's like, well, so has your job, because you're fired now. Amazon Flex drivers get paid $22 an hour in my area. They make us do Flex route sometimes, but for $15 an hour. Wow. That's pretty screwed up. I'm going to have a child soon, and I asked my boss if it's all right if I took the week off when he's born, and he told me no because he will be born mid-November. So I was like, wow, that is literally exactly like a warehouse. It's like we're seeing a pattern. Same company, almost the same conditions, but the delivery drivers are having to deal with it. So it got me searching. So I decided to search the bowels of the internet, because there's a lot of them. And I found some pretty interesting things that back this up, and it actually gets way, way worse in some situations. You will not believe this. So check this out. Amazon under scrutiny over claims of unsafe conditions for delivery drivers. Okay, shocking. This was very recently. 3 U.S. senators on Thursday said Amazon Inc. should stop working with delivery contractors that violate labor laws by imposing unfair conditions on drivers delivering packages for the e-commerce company. So, Amazon's under scrutiny for this already. They're already under scrutiny. Everybody knows it's happening. People in the warehouse knows it happens. People that's driving the trucks obviously knows it happens. And even the government's trying to get involved. But alas, why does Amazon have to care about that? They don't even pay taxes. I've said this already. Why the hell would that matter if a senator... They don't care. They obviously don't care. So, let's dig a little bit deeper. So here we go. Amazon's next day delivery has brought chaos and carnage to American streets. But the world's biggest retailer has a system to escape the blame. Do you know what that system is? Well, you're going to find out how they escape blame and basically absolve themselves of any wrongdoing in litigation. I'll explain it right now. Valdemar Gray was delivering packages for Amazon at the height of the pre-Christmas rush when his 3-ton van barreled into an 84-year-old grandmother. Oh my God! Crushing her diaphragm, shattering several ribs, and fracturing her skull. Holy mother of God. It was a bright, clear afternoon on December 22nd, 2016, and the 29-year-old had been at the wheel of the white Nissan since the early morning, racing to drop Amazon packages on doorsteps throughout Chicago. Blah, blah, blah. He stood in anguish as this happened. The officers who investigated the crash didn't ask Gray about the constant pressure for speed he faced as a driver for Impact Shipping Solution, one of the hundreds of small companies that make up Amazon's gigantic delivery network across America. Now, think about that for a second. One of the hundreds of small companies. Remember how I said they're absolving themselves of any blame. That's the key here. If they had they would have discovered that the company's drivers worked under relentless demands to deliver hundreds of packages each shift. Hundreds of packages each shift. At the direction of dispatchers who often compel them to skip meals, bathroom breaks, and any other form of rest, discouraging them from going home until the very last box is delivered. Very last box. Remember what the guy in the message said. He said exactly that. This is a guy that drives for them personally. Amazon issued Impact's hand scanners that could monitor the progress of its drivers as they delivered their packages and dictated the routes they drove. Kind of like the app we were told about. It had sent Gray's bosses at Impact's a memo just days before the accident, criticizing lackluster delivery rates in the area and institutioning a no package left behind policy during the critical holiday week. No package left behind. At what cost, Amazon? At what cost? Look at this lady. Look at her. At what cost, Amazon? Oh my God. Oh my God. The number of deliveries drivers were expected to make each day was way, way up, and the dispatchers were urged to keep as many of their vans on the road for as long as possible, even if it meant driving long into the bitter winter night. Oh my God. But when Escamilla's grieving family of the grandmother sought any kind of legal recourse, suing Amazon, Impacts, and Gray for wrongful death, the e-commerce giant, here we go, the e-commerce giant refused to accept any responsibility. Oh my God, it's even red. It's even red when I highlighted it. That's how you know it's bad as hell. The damages, if any, were caused in whole or in part by third-party companies not under the direction or control of Amazon.com. Not under the direction or control of Amazon.com. Its lawyers said in a court filing. Now I want to go back a minute. Check this out. Amazon issued Impact's hand scanners that could monitor the progress of its drivers as they deliver packages and dictated the routes they drove, in whole or in part. No control of Amazon.com. Amazon issued Impact's hand scanners. No, they didn't do anything though. The hand scanners are literally there. They're literally there to jump down somebody's ass that they think is slow, right? Amazon dictates that and the routes they drive. Yet, none of the damages were caused in whole or in part by Amazon.com. Shocking. Holy mother of God. So someone died. It's fine. But it gets worse. It gets absolutely worse. Oh, here we go. Missing wages, grueling shifts, and bottles of urine. It's happening again. It's like deja damn vu in here. Missing wages, grueling shifts, and bottles of urine. The real disturbing accounts of Amazon delivery drivers may reveal the true human cost of free shipping. What's it worth? Business Insider spoke with 31 current or recently employed drivers about what it's like to deliver packages for Amazon. What's it like, Mr. Driver? We've heard from one directly from my Twitter. But what did these people say? Some of the drivers described a variety of alleged abuses, including lack of overtime pay, shocking, missing wages, oh my gosh, intimidation, and favoritism. Missing wages. I get this comment a lot in YouTube videos. It's illegal for them to not get paid. Oh, you don't say, Mr. Commodore. You don't damn say. That's the point. That's the point. It's illegal. Yeah, that's the point. That's why it's an issue. Derp. Many of the drivers also described a physically demanding work environment in which, under strict time constraints, they felt pressured to drive at dangerously high speeds, blow stop signs, and urinate in bottles on their trucks, just like the warehouse workers do. It's apparently a trend. Amazon's logo should just be a pee-ass filled water bottle, because that's basically everything. The drivers we interviewed are managed by a third-party courier companies that work out of Amazon facilities. Amazon provides the companies with packages, delivery routes, navigation software, and scanning devices. Okay, here we are again. Amazon provides the companies with packages, delivery routes, and navigation software. Every damn thing. But we go back here again. The damages, if any, were caused in whole or in part by third-party companies not under, oh my God, look at that. Look at this red ass. Not under the direction or control of Amazon.com. Amazon provides, I don't even, what? In response to this story, I'm telling you, in response to this story, Amazon said, while it is impossible to characterize a network of thousands of delivery drivers based on anecdotes, we do recognize small businesses sometimes need more support when scaling fast. The company also said it's working to improve the system through a new program that provides special rates for van maintenance, insurance plans, and other assets. But you're not going to be paying off anybody. Amazon could do the right thing for the lady that was killed. The right thing would be to settle with the family, which is a drop of the bucket for Amazon. A drop. You give $1 million. That's like a quarter in my bank account right now. A quarter, like a quarter. The coins, you remember those? That's how much that is to them, and they wouldn't do it. They don't accept any responsibility. Here's a story about another guy. He was about to drop off a package when he accidentally slammed the truck door on his hand. The door clicked shut, trapping his middle and ring fingers. Once he freed his fingers, the blood began to pour. Both of Vargas's arms started to shake involuntarily. That's the guy. The lacerations were so deep, Vargas thought he glimpsed bone when he wiped away the blood. Panicked, he called the dispatch supervisor, who was working a nearby Amazon facility. He received no sympathy. Shocking. What did they give him? Electrolyte field pop? That's what they do. The first thing he asked him was, how many packages do you have left? How many packages do you have left, Mr. Bloody Fingers? Because you ain't done unless you finish. Which is their whole point. Vargas has had dozens remaining. Delivering them all would take several hours. Still, his supervisor advised him to drop them all off before returning to the station or seeking care. He, of course, ignored and headed back and was worried, and there was no first aid kit in the truck. When he arrived at the station, he said he was mocked. His dispatcher then asked him if he was dying right now. Girls have come back with worse wounds than you, Vargas said. The same manager ordered Vargas to unload his truck and pointed towards an Amazon official at the warehouse and told him, Amazon is watching you. Ooh, they're watching you. They don't like when undelivered packages come back. That's terrifying. They don't like it when they come back, sir. We're going to cut off more than your fingers here next time. Vargas also claims another supervisor told him he could have knocked on the customer's door and asked for a Band-Aid. He almost saw a bone. Thank God Band-Aids were invented. Then continued on his route. The supervisor told him to go to the hospital to prove he was injured. To prove it, we got to prove you can't see it, even though he did not have health insurance at the time. So basically what it boils down to is these drivers are facing the same conditions, if not worse, than the warehouse workers. Completely legally. The government's even looking into it and trying to basically get Amazon to either change their ways or have some kind of litigation come about or legislation to fix it. That's how bad it's gotten, and they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. It seems like no company gives a damn anymore, if they ever did. So apparently, do not work as a delivery driver for Amazon. Do not. Because that 2-day free ass shipping is taking a toll on everybody. People are dying, and they're not getting legal recourse. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And this whole video was spurred on this one guy that sent me a message. One guy sent me a message, and I went down the rabbit hole from hell. And it's insane. You saw the end there. It's happening everywhere, not just in one place. It's not an isolated incident, as they would like to think it is. So what I'm basically getting at is, do not be afraid to send me a message, because I'll look at it, and I'll make a video about it. Obviously, if you're in the right. If it's like, hey, I punched my manager in the face and he fired me, you probably deserve to be fired. So we need to bring awareness to this. We need to share this. Share it with everybody. Companies can't just do whatever the hell they want. Apparently, they can right now. But everybody has a voice. You do. I do. Kinda. Even though it sounds terrible. Share it with everyone. Businesses eventually have to have some consequences for their actions or their lack thereof. So until next time, get on it. Doggone it. Bye. X gonna give it to you. The ultimate cringe. That was a good one.